What's up, my peeps? Mrs. Aang Wu here, and welcome to the ZW Nation. Happy 2018, first video of 2018. And this video was actually requested from someone who requested a video before, and he knows who he is, or they know who they are, so I don't need to say their name. But this is a what if of a show that I've definitely talked about a lot, and a character who I've somewhat definitely talked about a lot. This is what if Danielle from Danielle Phantom still worked for Vlad. Whew. Now, first thing off the back, I want to say that if Danielle still worked for Vlad, she most definitely would have had more than 2 episodes. She possibly could have been a mainstay on the villain side, and that would have been one of the most epic things ever. I really like Danielle. She might actually be my favorite character from Danielle Phantom, despite only having 2 episodes. And it was just a cool concept to me, like having her. So it was kind of BS that we didn't really get a lot of her. I felt, that if she was still around and still worked for Vlad, that it would have changed a lot of characters in a lot of different ways. It would have had Vlad and Danny to both grow differently as characters, because for Vlad, he would have legit had, like a daughter. He would have really been like a father, and it's interesting to think because Vlad kind of does want to be a father. With all his hatred of Jack and, he wants Maddie, there were a couple of instances where it seemed like he legit wanted to take care of Danny as well. Despite Danny constantly getting in his way, he really does actually care for Danny. And, what's her name? Jazz? Is that her name? I believe that's her name. Danny's sister. I believe he cares for her as well, because there was an episode where they showed him tricking her to like beat up Danny, but it seemed like he wanted to be a good mentor to her as well. And hell, we can even consider Valerie within that same position of Vlad showing that he could actually be a parent. So with all that evidence, if Danielle actually did stick on Vlad's side, we would have seen a more parent type, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a parent version, a more parent central version of Vlad. And we also would have saw a lot of growth in Danny as well, because Danny has fought in ghosts before, and because Vlad is part human, he's definitely fought part human, part ghost before. But the thing with Danielle is she was different. You could see it on the episode where Danny tells her, look, you're not like those other clones. You're not mindless. You're not stupid. Like, stop letting him use you. And I feel that if Danielle was still on Vlad's side, that it would be a constant struggle for Danny, because he would want to fight her, but he wouldn't want to destroy her, because he knows that she's smart. He knows that she's good, that there's goodness in her. And I don't think that Danny would just immediately just be like, well, screw it, you have to die. Like, you shouldn't even be here, you're just a clone. That's not the kind of person that Danny is. If he knows that there's goodness in you, he's gonna try to help. And so it would be very hard for Danny to constantly try to fight Danielle, because of the fact that he knows that, she gets weaker every time she fights. He really doesn't want to fight her any dang way. So his character will have to, grow with that, like learning that it's not just gonna be instantly, I can just beat them, put them in the ghost zone, etc. There would also be some growth with Danielle, because she only had 2 episodes. We really didn't get to see any growth with her. I'm starting to believe too that since she is a clone of Danny, it may take her a bit longer, but with Vlad training her and her being a clone of Danny, it's possible that she could even what's the word I'm looking for? Like, she could learn some of Danny's new abilities, such as like the ice ghost power and the ghostly wail, you know, because she is a part of him, like she's a clone of him. Another thing that would add to the show from her would be a larger group of ghosts. We've seen ghosts team up before on Danny Phantom, like many times before. But with Vlad, Danielle, possibly Skulker again, and even Valerie, Vlad legit could create like a Sinister Six, or like a, what is it from DC? Not a Suicide Squad. I can't think of what they're called, but it was like the Legion of Doom. That's what it is. Like a Legion of Doom or Sinister Six, or you know, something like that. Vlad could create something like that with Danielle by his side. There's a lot of ups to Danielle still being with Vlad. Like I said, I really like the character, and in a way, I kind of wish that she did stay on the show longer, and that she stayed on Vlad's side longer. I noticed something interesting when it comes to characters who start off as villains who get redeemed later on. But I don't know if there's anything else that anybody else would have thought of that I didn't. You know, let me know. Comment down below. Like the video if you like it. Well, give me that thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and share. It always helps. I've been Mr. Zane Wu from the ZW Nation. Sorry if you constantly heard cars in the background. I'm walking to the store while I'm making this. So, yeah, I've been Mr. I've been Mr. Zane Wu from the ZW Nation. Peace.